Hi, thanks for coming in. You
Good
are
afternoon. I'm Evan Jermel.
Evan. Okay, pleased to meet you, Evan.
You too.
Sit down, make yourself comfortable. Let me do likewise. We've been talking to a lot of people today. So why don't you start out just telling me about yourself?
Well, my name is Evan Jermello. I'm currently a senior at St. Xavier University. I'm currently pursuing a degree in computer science, a Bachelor of Science. My whole life I've been interested in computers. Ever since I was young, about the age of 8 was when I first started working with computers. My interest kind of blossomed over time, and even throughout high school, instead of going out and hanging with friends, I would sit at home on a Friday night, sit on the computer. My interest only intrigued me even more once I got to college. I realized that computers are really for me, and that's where I take off now. I'm currently looking for information technology jobs.
Okay, so you're really excited about this field, and you've been focusing on it for quite a few years.
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think that is? What do you think is so great about this field?
For me, the ever-evolving state that technology is in, a new product comes out basically every day. The computer you build tomorrow will be obsolete tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, the computer you built yesterday will be obsolete tomorrow. I mean, everything's constantly changing, whether it's military, if it's business world, no matter what, everything, there's always something new for you to tinker around with.
Now, do you think that's always going to be appealing to you?
Yes, very much. It always gives me something to learn. I love learning new things, especially when it comes to technology.
Okay. Now you're completing a very, very recent degree, which is going to make you very up to date.
Right.
So that's today's degree, and tomorrow you'll be obsolete. Is that what you're thinking?
That's one way to put it, but no, not necessarily. The stuff that you study more in school is pretty much set in stone for the most part. Languages such as Java, which I am familiar with, those typically tend to be set in stone. However, sometimes it changes, which is where teaching yourself, sometimes businesses such as yourself might offer classes in their own. So I guess from that point of view, I could easily catch up.
Okay. Are you considering more schooling at some point in your career?
I could consider it if need be, if the company wanted me to go back to school and learn more. I very much would be interested.
Okay. So you're looking to find a company to stay with a long time then?
I would like to, yes. I love longevity.
Okay. And if you stayed with us a long time, we would expect you actually to move up.
Okay.
Are you thinking that you would like to become a manager, that you would like to become a supervisor and move through those positions?
I would consider the opportunity, yes. I consider myself to be a good leader when necessary. I get work done when necessary, so.
Okay. That's interesting. So how long do you think you would work before you would want to try your first promotion?
I don't really have a set standard. It determines up to the company whenever they see that I'm fit to rise up in the ranks, so to speak. When they felt it was the right time for me.
Okay, very good.
Would you like to see my resume?
Yes, I would. I thought I had it here. I was looking for it. I thought I had it earlier. Let me see. Oh, wow. You're a very bright young man, I take it.
Thank you.
You belong to the Collegiate Scholars?
Right.
And you're vice president of the Computer Science Club?
That's correct.
And you won a National Science Foundation scholarship?
Correct.
Do you have like straight A's?
No, I do not have straight A's.
You don't?
However, I do have above average grades.
How above average? Do you know what your GPA is?
My GPA is about a 3.3 right now.
Okay. That's very respectable. So, this is interesting to me. I never knew a National Science Foundation scholar. How did you become one of those?
Through school, through my grading, through testing, I was awarded the opportunity by one of my advisors at St. Xavier University.
So it's competitive?
Yeah, it is very competitive. Not everybody's awarded it, so.
Okay, that's very good. I don't think we've interviewed anyone who won a scholarship before. So what did you do in the computer science club if you were vice president? You told me that you felt you could lead, so tell me a little bit about that.
Well, in the computer club, we do our best to try and get everybody who's interested in computers to acclimate with each other, get together, maybe get the freshmen to meet some seniors, get people to create bonds together. We invite other people also to our events. We hold events a couple events every semester for the school year. The way that I was a leader in this sense was as a vice president, I was held to higher standards than other leaders or other members. So I would be held responsible for certain things such as planning events, making sure some work gets done, getting food for the events, stuff like that.
That's cool. So you organized events and you planned them. What event was your big event?
Our biggest event was a LAN party, which is basically one way to put it as a video game tournament, but more focused on computers. We had to contact outside sources for games. We had to order food, provide entertainment. We had to reserve a spot for the event, and we actually had a very large turnout.
Oh, okay. What is a large turnout for us, an event like that?
For an event like this, I would figure a large turnout would be about 30, because it's in the school that I go to. Nursing is primarily a dominant field. However, we achieved over 50 people attending, which is pretty good for us. Yes.
That does sound like a nice sized activity. And you organized it from beginning to end. You scheduled it, you invited people?
That's correct. Yeah, we had a couple people in charge with advertising. I was in charge with collecting the games, delegating a few things every here and there.
Okay, that's good. You've had some experience, so you know quite a bit about the IT world. Did you enjoy your experience?
I loved it. Yes, I did.
Okay. Did they like you?
They loved me. Yes,
They
did.
love you. Do you think they might offer you a job?
I think they would, yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm currently keeping in contact with them, keeping in touch to see if any opportunity arises.
Okay. But you're still out looking for other jobs?
Right.
Yes. Okay, so you are available.
Yes, I am.
All righty. And before that, you just did a little bit for a paint and hardware company. Actually, you were there about 4 years.
Right.
That is a long time. Did you like that?
Yes, I enjoyed it very much. It was
Okay.
a part-time position. However, in the short time allotted, I was able to provide a lot of new technological advances for the small store.
Okay. All righty. Could you supply me with references for these two
Oh, yes, I
positions
could.
you've held?
Definitely. I do not currently have a reference on that sheet for the hardware store. I mainly focused on Blue Cross Blue Shield because that was a main source of references for an IT position. As for the hardware store, they don't necessarily know as much about the IT world as compared to the other one.
We probably still would want to contact them because we would be asking other things, your
Okay.
attendance record and how reliable and dependable you were. Would they still serve as a reference?
Yes, definitely. I could provide that for you.
Oh, okay. We may have you email that in. We always do a background reference check. We also do a criminal check. Is that okay with
That
you?
is perfectly fine.
Financial?
Yes,
Okay.
perfectly fine.
And before you start working for us, you would have to submit to a drug test.
Okay,
Okay.
no problems there.
Oh, okay, good, good. Before you do that, we'll have you sign off legally. We're not gonna make you do something until
Okay,
you've signed for
that
it.
sounds great.
Okay, well, that is very good. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about, since you did work in IT, what skills you had which allowed you to do this? A little bit about your actual day-to-day work experience.
Well, my biggest skill that I would consider would be my ability to work in a group. During my time at Blue Cross Blue Shield Association, I worked on a large project that affected every single plan, because I worked at the association as opposed to the plan. The plans are the entities such as Blue Cross Blue Shield Illinois, which provide healthcare insurance. So what I did was roll out a ServiceNow. It's basically a ticketing system, so I helped incorporate it into every single plan, including the association itself. In doing that, I had to call many people from every plan around the country. I had to work with countless numbers of people inside of the association. I was able to roll everything out perfectly, as a matter of fact. Another skill that I have is my organization skills. I made sure that I kept a daily diary, so to say, of everything I did for that day. My manager even recommended that I do it to give an example of my everyday job. So in doing so, I was able to categorize every single job that I was given by my managers.
Okay. You categorized your jobs given to you by the managers. How did that help you?
Well, it was allow me to focus on what I would consider the more important job, what would bring the project that I was working on to light, rather than the one that was kind of a shorter time span.
Yeah, I never knew anyone that kept a diary on the job before. Did you use some special software or?
Microsoft Word. That's it.
Oh, so it was a free-form diary,
Right,
like Dear Diary.
Right.
Okay. And do you think that helped you?
Yes, very much. I was able to keep track of everything I did.
Okay.
If I ever needed to go back for a stepping stone, I was able to check right away.
Okay, I never had an employee do that before. That sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll make them do that shortly. So that's interesting. Your manager suggested you do it.
Right.
Okay, all right. Now, keeping track of what you've done is interesting. How do you plan for the future?
I look towards what would give me the best opportunity. If it were, say, in the job hunting market, I take all the opportunities that would give me a good advantage over everybody else, and I make sure that I run with them. If it's in the workplace, I make sure that everything that needs to be done is done on time, if not before, ahead of schedule, and making sure that, of course, it's done in a reasonable effort.
You're very career focused. Are you interviewing now with other firms?
Yes, I am. Mhm.
Okay, and are you expecting a job offer?
Soon. I had an interview yesterday, as a matter of fact. So I feel it went very well.
Ah, okay. If you were offered the job that you interviewed for yesterday, would you continue to talk to us for a bit, or do you feel almost certain that you're going to go with this position?
I would consider the best opportunity for me, how it would affect me, what I would learn, who I would learn more from, basically.
Well, so you view it more as finding your fit.
For the most part, yes. I feel like not only is it important for me, but it's also important for the company. Who could I be more of a benefit to?
Okay. And do you think you're going to have, you've had these internship experiences, you've had a part-time job. Do you think you're going to have any problem with going to the world of full-time work?
Definitely not, no. From my summer internship that I previously had, it was in downtown Chicago. I had to dress business casual. I was ready for that. My coworkers made sure that I successfully acclimated into the environment, and I feel like I did a tremendous job. All of my work shows for itself. Everything that I did for the company will remain there for a long time.
Okay, good, good. Do you have any social obligations which would keep you from late-night work,
No, I do
weekends, or holidays?
No, I do not. I
Nothing?
can work. If I feel that if it's necessary, then I will more than be happy to do it.
All right. So it sounds like you had a very good supervisor before. They helped you set this diary up and helped you organize your work and keep some records. Tell me some more about what a good supervisor is for you.
I feel like a good supervisor is one that will sit there and work with you, not necessarily tell you exactly what to do and then send you on your way. The way I see it, in the business world, you have a supervisor and then you have more of a friend. the way I see it, a good supervisor is more of a friend who you could sit there and talk to at the same time. Of course, the leadership skills need to be there. The organization skills need to be there. They need to be able to show why they are above you, in my opinion.
If this job were to ask you to work alone for significant periods of time, would you find that a problem?
No, not at all. I feel like if I work alone, I'm able to mull over my own ideas. Of course, it's always good to get outside ideas also. However, it gives me time to really prove how capable I am to do the work at the company.
Okay. You said that you'd like to stay for quite a while, you'd like to go into management, become a supervisor. When you do that, what do you think you're going to bring to the position in terms of how you would relate to people that you're going to hire in the future?
I feel like my organization skills, everything I've learned in the past, I can continue to carry on and provide for other people. I'm a great leader. I take initiative when it needs to be taken. I'm hardworking, definitely. I'll do whatever needs to be done for the job. I'm willing to work overtime for no pay. And I will make sure that whatever work needs to be done gets done.
Okay, all righty.
Would you like to know more about what I did at Blue Cross Blue Shield Association?
Yeah, why don't you tell me about that?
Well, basically what I had to do was, when I first arrived in the summer, I was a summer intern. So I was only going to be there for 3 months. When I arrived, everything important was actually going on at the time. So they were rolling out this new ticketing system, and they had to get rid of the old one. My primary job was to make sure that the entire association understood what was going on in this rollout. And that's countless numbers of technological groups. There are various applications that are all provided support by the association. So I had to make sure that they understood what was going on. Behind the scenes, what people didn't know was that I also played a big role in getting rid of the old service ticketing system. I had to make sure that all the tickets were closed, nothing was available, people were not using it anymore. So in hindsight, I did quite a lot during my internship that people didn't really realize.
Now, your references would verify that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, that's good. That's very good. Well, I think we've learned quite a bit about you in these couple of minutes, enough for us to really evaluate you. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
I was curious, how does management work at this company?
You would be assigned directly to a supervisor, and we break ourselves down departmentally. Now in IT, it's sort of a unique department. You're going to go out and service people that are not your direct boss, that you don't really owe anything to, but you're expected to give them the highest courtesy as if they were a supervisor. And that's true of most IT departments. You probably had this in your previous job.
Right.
Okay, so you won't find it a lot different.
Okay. Another question I had was, would this position entail more teamwork or more single?
I think initially it's going to be teamwork, but you may eventually be assigned your own separate responsibilities.
Okay. Also, do you have a business card I can use to keep in contact with you?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.